Hello and welcome back to a wet and dreary Captain of Industry with a low diesel warning. I think that's fine, it's just because they're taking the diesel elsewhere. It does sort of suggest though that our diesel production is pretty much at its limit. Like it's not going to get much further along as it stands. We've got enough heavy oil though without actually burning it off, which is interesting. But anyway, that's not a bad thing because we'll just be utilising it all. We are currently using not a lot of power. So I'm going to pause this one for the minute just to save a few bits and bobs here and there. So last time we got the labs built basically, and then we ran into a bit of a problem where we just don't have enough materials. So I have gone back to my spreadsheet that I started long ago in the first season of Captains of Industry. Captain of Industry, non-pluralized. And I have updated it, I've made it even fancier. I know there are a couple of Captain of Industry calculators out there, web-based ones, but I don't get on with them, to be honest. I think they're good if you're starting something new and you say, you know, I want, I don't know, 24 lab equipment 2 generated per second. So you can work your way back and see what it is you need to do that. I don't know if it is as good or as useful, for me at least, in... So that is full. We could do with upgrading more, but that takes electronics. We do have a few electronics. So let's do those. Just so they've got somewhere to put the wood. So yes, so I've done this. So I think, looking at this, if all this is running fine, which it currently is, we're currently getting enough copper in, coal's a bit more of a problem. So one thing I thought, with the fact that this is backing up with coal and it can't process it fast enough, why don't I upgrade this belt? Why don't I upgrade that belt? And it'll just get stuff in there faster. And it'll get stuff out of here faster. So that's one relatively simple fix, rather than looking at getting another one up and running, or getting the sorting plant Mark II out. These, however, are just filled with iron. How is it? Oh, I suppose because they had something else in there and it's gone to the other ones. This is set to reject single load products, isn't it? Yes. So it is just other stuff's gone in there. But that's fine because we've got lots of iron ore. And the iron ore is making it to the belts. The coal is the next bit that we're hoping to see filling up. So by my calculations, we need we're down 8 mechanical parts, so we need 1 more of these if we wanted to run everything, bearing in mind that a lot of this stuff is paused at the moment because, you know, everything went horrible. These use 12 steel. I didn't really look into the steel side of it. Where are we with steel? Plus 100 according to my calculations. Well, that can't be right. It's because mechanical parts is wrong. Where is this over here? Let me just sort this out so I can see the numbers properly. Steel. Yeah, that should be a minus 12. Minus 12. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so what's that done to our numbers? We now have 4 steel. We have 4 spare steel. So my initial thought was that because that was wrong, that I could build another one of these quite easily. But I can't because there's steel being used elsewhere. Electronics, however, is an easier fix because we can just get this unpaused and then get another 2 of these going. We don't necessarily need 2. So in fact, I could probably get away with just doing 1 of these and then having 1 more of these. Because we are down, where's electronics? Just swap over to the laptop. Minus 20, and this makes 24. So if we can get 1 more of those made, that will be the electronic sorted. But the mechanical parts are still a problem. And that uses both. That uses both. What can we do about that? Not a lot, really. Not a lot. Well, let's do that. Let's unpause this. That bit. Oh, yeah, I see it. There it is, that bit there. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Oh, it's all in little piecemeal bits. It's frustrating. That one, unpause that. They've already got the construction parts there. That is good going. And then we need this, and this. And that should be enough to get it going. I can see coal is backing up on the line, which is good. That means we've got enough coal coming in. They should be prioritizing this coal for the steel. And with that going, we can just quite simply, it's going to be going the wrong way, but that's fine. If we just grab this, pop this in here. We don't need that little nubbin. I'm just going to get rid of that one. That connects to there. That goes there, connects to there. And then unpause all of that. And that will get us an additional amount of... Now it will get us an additional amount of electronics coming in. It should be enough to keep up with demand. However, as we said, a lot of stuff's paused because of the mechanical parts issue. We could probably do with unpausing one of those and one of those. That is already done. That is feeding this, but it doesn't have any products because that is waiting for the mechanical parts to come in. Or the electronics actually it's waiting for, isn't it? Oh no, it's waiting for both because I paused those belts. So let's try unpausing those belts and see how it goes. We have a lot in stock. And if we can get some vehicle parts, some of this done, we can carry on with our research. Totally just coughed into the microphone. Sorry about that. Food appears to be going down. Food does appear to be going down. Let's unpause this one. Get some more food going. I don't know if we should wait. What else have we? We've got a low food supply. Yes, thank you. What about research? Power generation. Oh, we've got the low pressure turbines now. Okay, let's have a quick look at that. How is the flattenator doing? It's doing okay. Because at some point soon, we're also going to have the naphtha processing, the next tier of the oil processing facilities, whatever you want to call it. And when we have that, we are probably going to want to rebuild all of our oil production. I don't know why. I think you're just moaning for the sake of it. It's fine. Do they need to be going over there? It's only titanium over there, isn't it? I mean, they don't need to, but it's just somewhere for them to go. We should probably be focusing on getting to the other deposits around. But we've already got access to iron. We've got access to copper. We've got access to coal. The next one is copper there and limestone there. So I suppose next we should figure out how we get over there. But let's let them carry on with that for the minute. Let's just pin that there. What does that mean? Hidden alerts. Why is it a hidden alert? Don't know. The other thing we could do is start looking at food production as well. How are we doing over here? Still got full mechanical parts, still got full electronics, so I think we're okay running one of each of those. This is looking fine. Coal's looking okay. How's the ore sorter looking? It is filled up with coal. It is empty there. That is fantastic. These two, yeah, they're still both full, so that's fine. Because my thinking is, it's going to be a little while away, but at some point we're going to have to rebuild all the smelting, which is going to be a pain, because I don't know if I've got enough room. Because it can't go any closer than, like, this. But my thinking is, we'll get the Mark II sorter. Pretend this is a Mark II sorter. Pop this down somewhere. It is much bigger than that, by the way. But pop this down somewhere. And then belt it directly into these. And that should be able to sort everything. Like coal, copper. It should be able to sort everything. So if I pop that down there and just belt it directly in, that's going to solve a lot of the trucks running around. It's going to solve a lot of those problems. It's going to solve a bunch of other things as well. So shall we think about food production? We have got corn. We have got wheat. We have got soybeans. Wheat we turn into flour, which turns into bread. Corn can be turned into corn mash or fuel gas for some reason, or animal feed. And soybeans get turned into tofu, which needs water and sulfur and limestone. So if we could get corn... It's annoying they all use the same belt. It is very annoying they use the same belt. And what we'll have to do is start putting... I'll probably use a separate belt. So if we changed like this one to be corn, because at the moment if this one gets up and running corn, it feeds onto the same belt as the potatoes. But I will probably bring a separate belt down for it. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. Why are we talking about things rather than just doing them? So if we bring this to here. So that's going to be corn. It's already got vegetables plugged in, so that's fine. Whether this one, if this were corn, could get over here is another matter. We might need to make this one corn, but let's do that for now. Not corn, wheat. I'm aware I said corn 400 times. So this would need to have a mill, which we're going to put here, in line with that. So the corn, let's go from this end. We just bring that up to height 3. And that's okay, because we can always just delete more of this. I don't want to risk trucks not being able to get in there. Should they need, I don't think a lot of trucks come that way, but should they need, I'm going to do that. I'm then going to cut that and just move that up a tile. So where do we want that to go? So it's one away from the farms, and we want it to go there. Just so it's in line. Just so it's in line. So if we bring that into here, and then connect that to there. That is going to produce flour. Flour goes into a baking unit, which makes bread, and it is going to need water. Luckily, we're right next to the water. I don't know... how much of anything, really? Let's just do the pipe. So it comes in at height 5. If we bring that to there, and plug that in there. That does not need to be a Mark II belt pipe. Let's bring that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that there. Plug that in there. Okay. That is going to make bread. Bread is going to have to go into another one of these, because you can't have multiple things. We are probably going to want to extend this. I guess we'll extend the bottom one first if we're going to put food production here, right? So let's pop that there. Do we want storage for this? We probably do. Let's get storage. Unit storage does bread. Yes, indeed. Let's pop that one. How close are they? There, they're 2 tiles away. So let's pop that one there, plug that in there. This, come out over here. Plug in there. And that's pretty much all we need. That'll also get us more vegetables, although I'm pausing that farm. It does appear to have done the job. But let's not delete, pause. Let's do that. Let's do that, 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 just all of that. So the wheat has its own dedicated belt. It comes down there. We haven't got to worry about splitting it or using sorters or whatever they're called. What are they called? They are called sorters. And then the vegetables will join in with the rest of it. We might need to unity that one because I don't think trucks will be able to get there. And that will get us an additional food source. An additional food source will hopefully give us more unity. That's the hope. Because right now, the research lab's taken a bit, the oil rig's taken a bit. We've got 1 edict and we've got less than 1 unity. I would like more of that. The copper has ran out of copper to dig. That's not a bad thing. Mining designation, flat, on 4. Take it all out. And then we're going to go over this way as well. All the way over there. That all needs to be flattened at some point, but you should be prioritizing copper. Yes? Yes. Excellent. So I don't think that one's a concern anymore. The food should be going up at some point soon. We're not getting a lot of copper in, of course, which means we're not making as many electronics as we perhaps should be, but it's doing okay for now. We've done advanced smelting. Sweet. Anything else here we need to look at? Oh, the power. That's what we're going to look at. Not bothered about the stacker, not bothered about that. Don't need to worry about edicts or logistics zones or the captain's office. And that just gives us other edicts. Fertilizers we will look at some point. The research lab we've done, the paper we've done, edicts. Fertilizer we do need to get around to doing. Wheat we've done, glass making we've done, salt we've done, large vehicles we've done, basically desalination we've done. Okay. There is, of course, where are my farms? There is another product that comes out of this, isn't there, which I haven't accounted for. This also produces animal feed. What can we do with animal feed? We don't have any animals to feed. We could turn it into compost. So that's one thing we could do. That's probably what we are going to do. We could also just burn it in a boiler or just stick it straight into a burner. But if we can turn it into compost and then potentially something else, let's do that. So that's going to come out somewhere. We need a mixer. This is going to go, I don't know how many of like these we might need. I guess we've got room to expand them that way should we need. So let's just put this one down here. So you are going to take in animal feed and you're going to make compost. What we don't have is wheat storage, which we might need to do at some point if this produces too much wheat that this can't process it all. We'll see. We'll see. Incompatible port, because this is the wrong way around. I'm going to flip it just in case we need to get access to that, or we don't, so it doesn't really matter too much. So you are going to come down to there. Excellent. Then we get compost. Compost we can turn with a bit of water into fertilizer. We could just use compost. We could use compost and dirt. We're not going to be making a lot of compost, which means we're probably not going to be making a lot of fertilizer either. What did that get done in? Was it in the mixer again? Yeah. So if we just get another mixer for now, this all might change. Done it the wrong way around again? Yeah, if I copy it, how does that go the wrong way around? So you are going to take compost with some water and you're going to make fertilizer, which at some point we will plug into our farms, but there's not a lot of point of doing that at the moment because I don't know how much of this we're actually going to make. So for now, I'm just going to get a fluid storage. We're going to pop that one down here. We're going to plug that into there. We're going to say you are going to be organic fertilizer. And then we're going to unpause all of that. We haven't had our first lot of wheat in yet. You are trying to get somewhere and say you can't. That's fine. Why are you trying to get there? Is the question. Don't. Just don't. Don't output either. You don't need to. It's got belts. It should have belts. Does not have a belt. Now it has a belt. Okay, good. Okay, that's looking okay. That's looking okay. That's looking okay. Lots of trucks trying to struggle to find a destination, but I suspect that's all Like, you don't actually have anywhere you're trying to get to that you can't. You were all just trying to get to the same thing and got confused, and now you're just waiting for another job, basically. So that's fine. That should sort itself out. Power. Power, power, power. So the question here is... do we put these alongside? Or do we do something else? Let's just see if we can get rid of a bunch of these. Just go. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. I'd very much like to get rid of that pillar. Does not want me to get rid of that pillar. That's got rid of the pillar, and the pillar's come back. Okay. I just want you to make just a little pointless pipe. There we go. That got rid of the pillar. Don't know what changed. So we're going to want another 2 of those. We're going to want these 2 definitely built, which means we're going to want 2 for that. Plus we want 2 for the other ones that don't exist yet. Plus we want another 4 for those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to want probably another 4, or maybe even more. That pillar's in the way. That pillar's still in the way. Is it if you do it quickly? No. Have to wait for that to get built. No, it's still there. I don't understand sometimes what is happening there. Is it? It is that, isn't it? Do you know what? It's fine. We're going to just go from here. Nope, that's the wrong one. We're going to go from here. We're going to go down to here. We're going to delete it. We're going to Unity it. And then we're not going to go there. We're going to go there. We're going to go there. And we're going to Unity it. Whoa! Don't necessarily want you. Might do. Don't want you now, though. So where did we get to? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for those. 4 for those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And then we want probably at least 4 of those. Okay. Right now, we don't need all that. What we do need, though, is some stuff over here. We want this one to go in there. We want this one. No, we don't. We want this one to go here. We want this one to go underneath it. But that's going to be in the way. Okay. Let's think a little bit better about how that's going to connect. If we just come out here at level 2. Okay, so that's the outputs. They are going to output depleted steam. We are going to need those, so let's get that up and running. Then we are going to need this to come over here. And we are going to need this to come over here. It's getting very spaghetti-ish now, but that's sort of fine. Can we build this and this? And then can we build this and this? Once that's all built, can we delete... Once that's all built, can we delete... Wait, what are we deleting? This and this, because they no longer want to be sending their low-powered steam to the cooling towers. We don't want that. We want it to be going straight over here. So now when these run, but at the moment that mechanical power goes nowhere, so we also want 2 of those and probably at least 1 of those. That could have been a lot neater. Maybe we'll come back to that at another point. That should give us more power available. That's all still paused, so that's fine. Excellent. So that should give us, what do these do? 2. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we've got, yeah, it says there, 12. We've got 12 available now. And we sort of hit 10 a few times. So 12 should be absolutely fine. Okie dokie. Do we have corn? Do we have bread? We do have bread. We have a little bit of bread in stock. Has that improved Unity? I can't really tell. Maybe is the answer to that. Maybe it improved Unity. No one truly knows. Does that mean we've made a tiny bit of fertilizer? No, why have we not made any fertilizer? Because it hasn't had enough stuff. So that's actually filled with bread, and we've got additional bread in storage there. Vegetables are looking good. That's awesome. Potatoes are still empty, but that's not the end of the world. That's absolutely fine. Just sort of thinking, do we want to spin up another farm, or even get like another one doing... Another one doing corn rather than potatoes? Wheat. I keep saying corn, I mean wheat. So that's about to do another load of potatoes, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful here. I have to wait for that to finish at potatoes. I could harvest now, but it's nearly there. And once it's outputted its potatoes, we then need to change this belt to go over here instead. Somehow... That's going to get messy. I might need to bring this in at a height 3 all the way down. Let it get rid of its potatoes first. That's what I wanted to say. What's the ship doing at the moment? It's just sat at home. We'll go off and explore, my friend. We can't because you're too far. We literally can't explore anything. We can explore that one. And that's it. Okay, we'll go explore that one. Is that because you weren't dieseled up? No, you had a full tank. You had a full tank. Okay. Fair enough. Have you got rid of all your potatoes? Yes. Let's just get rid of that for the moment. And let's get rid of that and that on the assumption that we won't be putting potatoes in either of these. Ah, you got blocked in there. That's a very good point. If we recover you, you should still be able to get to the fuel station from the other side. That's okay. What were we looking at? I've completely forgotten what I was looking at. Farms, belts. Yes, I remember. I remember now. So we want this to plug into here, but there's no way of it doing that currently. So yeah, we are going to have to take this down to about... Is it about to output some wheat? No, it's not. If we unity that, in fact, get rid of that as well. So we can just tell a little bit better what we're doing. You... height 2 along here. Hello. Suppose you could just go up to height 3. Why not? And then you cannot find a way, or you can find a way. That's fine. I mean, it's janky as you like, but who doesn't love a little bit of jank, right? Vegetables lost due to lack of water. Because we never put pipes down this one. Oh no, the pipes go on this side. Because we never put pipes down this one. How did we do the piping? We put the water. It doesn't really matter because we're not going to have fertilizer quite yet. So let's bring that. Nope, you went wrong somewhere. Doesn't need to be you, it needs to be a Mark 1. Unity. Unity. Delete. Delete. Unity. Unity. Delete. Unity. I don't think we have the parts to Unity yet. Oh, we just weren't. We just paused. That's fine. Also, Unity that. Okay, well that explains a little bit of the problem we had. Why maybe we're not getting a lot of corn in. We should now have corn coming from here and corn coming from here. Excellent. We explored a location. We found some stuff. And I'm going to guess you don't have enough. Has to be under 800. So that ship just can no longer reach anything. How do we get more range? I mean, there must be a way. Ship in battle, that's fine, we saw that. But we now have 3 sources. We have an additional farm as well. Vegetables have run out, but that could be because we lost the vegetables. So let's just leave that going there. How are we doing for wood? I'm going to guess we're probably full. Yes, we are. Let's upgrade, 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 upgrade. Unity. Unity, one of them. What are we missing? Electronics. Okay. Because we're out of copper. Because we don't have any copper ore. Because that isn't getting any copper. Because you're not picking up a lot of copper. We could probably do with putting another digger on there. Iron looks like it's okay. So let's take one of those off. Pop it back on the copper one. Should be prioritizing copper over anything else, in theory. And that would sort copper, even if that's filled up, that would sort copper, I believe. But we do need that quite soon. Copper is also a priority 7, as is that coal bucket. I'm a little concerned that we can't keep getting that diesel message. Like, it suggests that we're just about making enough diesel to tick over. But we're on the limit. I suppose we could look at that there. Yeah, consumption's spiking. That's when we're making vehicles, I suppose, isn't it? So when we're not making vehicles, it's sort of averaging out to, yeah, about we're at the limit, aren't we? Not enough maintenance because we don't have the electronics. So we need to pause that belt. So when we do make electronics, it goes in there. We have some copper ore coming in. We've got a few of these running, which will hopefully soon, thank you, start producing copper. Anything else? This used electronics, didn't it? Yeah. Pause. Although you've actually got electronics on your belt, or it's because you're actually full of parts, so you couldn't output anything. Well, that's not a bad place to be. I'm okay with that. Maintenance is still ticking down. We've finally got some copper coming in. Stop filling it up with coal. Bring me copper. I wonder if it's because we've got bigger trucks, and if they've got a load of 40, they're like, well, that only needs 20, so I'm not going to bother. So if we bump those up to 40, let's see if that does anything. Is the copper... Where are we? Copper situation here any better? Not really. Oh, knocking stuff over on my desk. It's not accepting any more coal, but that's fine. I don't care if it accepts any more coal. I want it to do more copper. You are not doing copper. You're wasting your time over there. You're also waiting for more trucks. So let's give you a couple of big trucks as well. You're going to come over here. You're going to take this load of dirt from it that it has bothered to get, and then you're going to run in there and actually get me some copper. So we could probably do with making some more diggers, couldn't we? Which use steel, which we're okay with at the moment, but let's do... In fact, I'm just going to tell it to upgrade them, I think. Let's rename this. Rename this copper. And then if we go to our upgrade menu, upgrade small excavator to excavator, any depot. You saw me call one copper, right? That happened. That was a thing that I did. Copper. Managed to not save it. Somehow. Copper control tower. 2 start. Right, so it's going to upgrade those diggers. I don't know whether it sends a digger out and then it dismantles the other one. I don't know how that works. But we do have a couple of them. A couple of diggers doing copper now. We've got more trucks there, so they're looking okay. They look like they're picking up only copper, which is good because then they'll take it straight over to the buckets because we are out of copper. Maintenance has gone up a little bit because we got some in, but I would like some more, if you wouldn't mind. I will also send in electronics over here. So let's pause that belt. Let's just make sure that all of our electronics are going... I should probably put like balancers in. Like, so it always goes to this, and then it can go wherever else it needs. But I suppose it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, so I've told that to make stuff. Does it have enough vehicle parts to do it? I don't know. It should do, because those are coming through. Okay. Food is ticking up. We got enough wheat that it is backed up there. If that continues backing up, do we build another mill? How much? It makes 16 flour. That uses 16, so we'd need another mill and another bakery if we did that. But we're full of bread, so it seems sort of pointless, doesn't it? We might as well just let it back up and let the crops die. Yeah. I don't know where we get these decorations from. It's got to be a research, but where is it? If I do a search for decoration... Nothing found. I do a search for housing. It's there. Comes under housing 3, and then we get those. Yeah, so I want that, that, and that. Where's 3? 1, 2. Doing that. That's next. That's 2. Where on earth is... Oh, there it is. The thermal desalination. Let's cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. Let's get housing 3 so we can get those decorations. Because if we can get those decorations, we can get the input here. Which will increase our unity. It's complaining about a low food supply again. But we've got enough vegetables that we've actually got some in stock. We've got more potatoes coming in, plus we have a full thing of bread. So I'm not convinced there's a low food supply. Maybe we need to get this other farm going with more potatoes. Maybe we don't need 2 mills doing wheat at this point. Maybe 1 would be enough. So maybe let's pop this back on potatoes, since they seem to be eating those faster. Makes all the stuff we did here a little bit of a waste, but I'd rather waste than get rid of you, please. Than not know, I suppose. Let me go in a different route. Like that. Thank you. So you're back on potatoes. Because it looks like we've got enough wheat to make enough bread for 500 years. So that should be fine. We can get more potatoes in. That might be what I need. And we should be making additional vegetables in here anyway. That's all good. Concrete we need to change. We've got the additional ore processing now. Or have we got a lot of space up here? Let's take that and that off. Or does it use a different... Is it a different building entirely? It's a different building entirely. Yeah, so blast furnace 2. So if we wanted this to do iron, we can just do iron scrap to iron. Oh, it can just... Oh, that's iron scraps, not iron. It needs to do this first. It needs the crushed iron ore plus some limestone to make this a mixed slag. And that's the only way of it making iron. We'd want that in there as well, I suppose. So we need the crushed iron ore, which means you need a crusher. So we're going to need that at some point, which is going to crush iron ore. One of those on its own is not enough to fill one of those. So that's annoying. So we'd need at least 2 of those, which now make 64. I need to figure out 96. Would 3 of them be? I think 3 of them? Yeah, we'd need 3 to do 2. I think that's right. We're also going to need coal and limestone, but that's not a massive problem. That then would go into a metal caster. So we would need that to do... Nope, it's the wrong tier of metal caster. Metal caster 2, please. And that would not do copper, and we would need 4 of those. That would make our iron. So that would make us 24, 48, that would make us 96 iron. Do we need to worry about iron though? Oh, I suppose. Because we only need iron for this. So if we just, because right now we've got 3 of these. If we could have 2 of these dedicated to iron if they were upgraded. What did I say? That'd make us 96 iron. What do we need? 30, 40 something. Hold on. Let's go back to the spreadsheet. Iron. Where are you, iron? 54 is in use at the moment. We're already making, in theory, the only reason that's paused, it isn't for the iron, it's for the concrete blocks. So we're already making more iron than we know what to do with. But we could compress it. So if we're using... So if we just got 2 on the go... we could just use 2 upgraded ones for iron. That's all we would need there. So what about steel? What about steel? This is all sort of future planning, and it's going to be horrific. Because I might have to delete absolutely everything. We are currently making 72 steel, and we have a surplus of 4. Not a lot, but it's something. We are back up okay on electronics. I'm going to unpause those belts again. And I'm going to unpause that belt. And hopefully we've got enough to keep up this time. I forgot what I just said. We've got a surplus of 4, but we do need more mechanical parts. That's not really, it's neither here nor there. We need to make more than we are currently making. And we are currently making 72. So if we copied that, because we're going to have to start off with the molten iron. The molten iron is then going to go into a oxygen furnace, because that's the next bit, isn't it? It's going to have to go into an oxygen furnace. We use the same amount of oxygen, which is nice. You just get more iron out of it. That uses 48. That makes 48. So that's going to be a 1-to-1. Then it's going to go into a cooled caster. That makes 24. So we just need 2 of those. 24 to 24. Outputs 24, takes in 48. Takes in 48. So that would make us 48. So we would need probably 2 of those. Plus, we would need the oxygen production, which is here. So if we just pop that there, that makes 36. So we would need 2 of them. So let's pop that there. So that would make us 24, 48, 96 steel, which is more than we are currently making. It will give us a little bit of excess. Still complaining about food, but I mean, it's not going down. We've still got wheat out the wazoo. More potatoes coming in. Vegetable. Don't do that. There's no point in having vegetables in 2. Just put them in there. Oh, and I suppose if it's backing up, we could always belt them in there. No, we can't belt them in there, can we? Because it's the wrong sort of belt. Yes, it's the wrong sort of belt. That is the option, I suppose. We could just make another one of these and belt bread in. So we've got 2 lots of bread in there. I don't know. Water source is getting low is a more interesting message. So let's abandon the planning for the smelting that we're doing. Or the other thing we're going to need. I say abandon it. Well, the other thing is we're going to want the this bad boy as well. It's going to be so messy. It is going to be so messy figuring out how this is all going to fit together. And we haven't even touched copper yet. But we're already down 1 iron smelter. We've got 4 dedicated to steel there. And we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're using 2/3 of the steel. And we can get the copper done as well. Yeah, but we need to do this then. It's not going to make any difference right now. Because it isn't bloody raining. But ideally we'd like it to be flat, but let's just see how many of these we can fit in. Not quite. If we can't get 3 there, we might as well just push this up here, right? Let's leave a little bit of room, I suppose, for that 1 tile. Yes. Can't fit any in there. Can't fit them there. Could get one there. Wait, that's wrong. That's wrong. So it's either there, or there, 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 there. They'll just have to make do with the fact that that tower's in the way. And how many construction parts would that be? That's too much because we took in the extra bit. 520 and 750 wood. That's a lot of construction parts. But that's only going to be using that bit, so I guess that's not too bad. Then we would want to think about piping all this in and balancing it as well, which we have left exactly no room for. Oh. So actually we do want this to go down a little bit. That's fine. And that's still quite a lot. That's fine. So we are going to want a fluid balancer, which we're going to put in here. This is going to go into here. This is going to go into here. This is going to go to here and to here. This is going to go to here. This is going to go to here and to here. This is going to go to here. Nope. Had to go wrong at some point, didn't you? You just had to do it. And there's someone at the door. Hang on. Got the door, smashed my foot into a wooden chair. So currently in a little bit of pain. Whoop whoop. Right. We don't really want the balancer there, do we? We don't really want the balancer there. We want the balancer to be... We want one like here, don't we? And then I suppose we want another one here. It'd be nice if we could just get those all into one, wouldn't it? Well, I suppose we could. There's no reason not to. There is a big pipe there. So let's... We got rid of that. And then a couple more tiles as well. And then we're going to slow everything down because we're going to break a lot of things. If we get rid, not Unity, if we delete a chunk of that, this one we want to come into here. Like that. And then Unity that. And then... This is just going to cut down the amount of balances because I don't want to have to use more than one because they do cost power. If we Unity that. And then we want this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go here. Let's just bring that back a little bit. You can go in there, you can go in there. And Unity those, Unity that. And then we need to get this into here. And Unity that. And then that input is going to be the priority. So if we have rainwater, let's get a few of these built. Quick delivery is not allowed. Oh, I forgot about that. Let's just do that for the moment. And then let's Unity all the pipes. Bit too many pipes, but that's fine. And Unity that, so we're actually getting water to our settlement. That would be useful. So yeah, so they're running a little bit low on water, but if we can get these built, when it rains again, these will collect some water, they will ease the load, and then, as well as easing the load, it'll also start filling up that water reserve that's underneath as well, which is pretty large actually. But it'll also start filling that up for us. If that's running low, how's this one doing? This one's doing fine. I think we're just not burning a lot. We're only burning it when we need it, and we're just not doing it all that often, really. Which is fine. I'm okay with that. But that's gonna... Oh, it's just started raining as well. We are starting to get a few of them done. I don't know... Well, they only store 30, so a 60 pipe should be fine. I guess... we might want to upgrade some of the pipes. Because, like, they can do 30... or average collection estimate. I think maybe it'll be fine with just that pipe. Maybe we'll be okay. It was a very brief rain shower. It put a little bit extra in reserves, but not a lot. Oh, no, it started raining again. Perfect. Could have prioritized these, so I suppose they were built in a better fashion, but that's fine. How else are we doing? Did we finish some more research? Was there something... well, fertilizers, not a bad thing, I suppose. Not a bad thing. Right, we were looking at this, weren't we? This is what we were doing. Right. And then we have copper. So we don't want that, we don't want that. We want copper scrap and copper. That makes 48 molten copper. That's fine. We are going to want a... yeah, a metal caster 2, which takes in 24. So we're going to need 2 of those. I'm going to move this a bit further over. So that takes in 48, outputs 48. That takes in 24, so we need 2. Then we need the oxygen furnace, which takes in... no. What does it go into then? Where does copper go? It's like the copper electrolyzer, isn't it? There it is. Which we don't have an improved version of. That's 24 to 24. That takes in 24. Not that one though, that one. So we'd need 2 of those. What's the ratio at the moment? 24, 48. That's 24 to 24. That's 12 to 12. And that's 24 to 24. So it's only really, yeah, that's fine. Could not store all the wheat after harvest. Fine, I don't mind having too much food. We've got some rainwater harvesters up now, so we should start seeing these filling up next time it rains. Got a little bit of water in that pipe, which is nice, and just to double check, that is the priority in. So whilst there is water in that pipe, these will not be running, which is excellent. The flattenator has no available place to dump products. You 100% do. It's there. So I'm ignoring you because you're lying to me. We're full of copper ore, which is good. So those are just sort of around doing not a lot at the moment. Iron ore is also good. What do you have here? You have two big uns. Because the flattenator only has 1 digger now. I wouldn't mind. Do you need 4 over there? Probably not. Let's take a few more of those trucks off as well. Let's give the flattenator Another digger. It doesn't need any more trucks because it's got 8 trucks assigned. Still complaining about food supply. Even though you've got bread out the wazoo, you've got vegetables out the wazoo. Is it just potatoes? You just want more potatoes? Is that what it comes down to? I have to keep an eye on this, because if this fills up, we'll be stuck. But right now it's okay. Anyway, how much copper are we making at the moment? We're making 1, 2, 3's worth of those. So if we had 4 of those, that would be enough, which means we need to double that up. Which means we would only be using 2 furnaces rather than the 3. But we're going to want to plan to have more for that. This, by the way, has a maximum throughput of 2,400. So it is significantly better than the others. We also forgot to copy these. And let's just move that closer to there. And then let's just try. This will all be obviously reorganized. This is obviously not how it's going to look. This is just me sort of planning numbers. In terms of iron, do we actually need more iron? Will we ever need more iron? Will there come a point where we need... How much space have I left here? Another 1, 2, possibly another 3-ish? No, another 2. So if we were running 6 of those... 6... where's the little starry star? Times 18. Although saying that, there might be an assembly 4. There will be an assembly 4 upgrade, which is going to need more at some point. So that's assembly 3. Assembly 4 takes 72. Okay, so maybe we do need to think about planning a lot more for the future than we currently are. We want to try and make this, I guess, a bit more of like an attempt at a final build. Why are we out of Unity? Because we've got water. We've got no water. Why have we got no water? Because that pipe, for some reason, goes down there. What on earth happened there? Still got water in our rain harvesters. Or at least in the pipe. I think it's just about to run out now. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Right, and we are now feeding our colony again, so they'll start getting stuff soon. Did we get housing? No, so we're still doing this stuff, and then we're going to do housing. Alright, fine. So yeah, I guess that's the next thing. Power's fine. Doing a big chunk of this again is the next thing. It's gonna be horrible. But I can't see another way of... I suppose if we just like built steel here and belted it in, that would be kind of like the terrible way of doing it. But it would work. It'd be a temporary solution. But maybe we need a temporary solution right now. So if we copied like... Why? 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Is that just was it a 1-to-1? 24 to 12, and then 12. Okay, yes, it's just a, so it is a. So we'd need that, but we'd also need the other air separator, annoyingly. So we may as well do 4, right? 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 4 of those. Which could definitely be tidied up. That's a mess at the moment. Big Dumper is struggling to find a destination. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just because there's so many trucks there that they're getting in the way of everything. I think that'll sort itself out. Yep, it largely is. That's fine. Still saying there's a low food supply. Water resource is getting low, which it sort of is, but when... when it rains again, we'll be in a better position. We just need it to rain again first. I might even... get the rest of this built as well. It might take us a while to get all the construction parts for it, but if we can just have more rainwater coming in, I am not going to complain about that. It is probably time to think about stopping soon. I'm just concerned about the fact that food... I mean, we've got lots of bread, we've got lots of vegetables. Even though it says we've got 12 months of food in stock, we've got lots of food. I don't know why potatoes are now suddenly such a problem. We could get another farm up just doing potatoes, I suppose, but that seems a bit of a waste as well. And we need to think about how we're going to increase your range as well. Cannot unload. Cargo dock is full. It's full of uselessness. That's scrap iron though, right? We should better get rid of that. Should be keeping it empty with a priority 7, but I guess they've got so many of the priority 7s around that there's not a lot they're going to do about it at the moment. Yeah. I mean, that's massive overkill. Particularly if we're thinking, oh, we might be just deleting all this again soon. And we are currently backed up with steel. My problem is if I build another one of these, which again, we don't really need it. That's because everything's Porso, isn't it? That's the thing. Yeah, I'm a little unsure what to focus on next. I doubt very much I will be uploading this before recording the next one. I think part 11 went live today. So I'm a few ahead. This is part 15, so I'm a little bit ahead. We are going to be getting the naphtha and the cracking and the hydrogen production, so we also need to start thinking about, not the console, about rebuilding all of this as well, which is going to be interesting. That is a messy, messy pipe world. And are we going to get enough from... Well, we have this one, don't we? Which is currently doing 120 barrels a second. There's another one somewhere, isn't? Didn't we find another one? Yeah, over here. Which is currently not repaired. We will want to repair it at some point. We also have some cargo ships. That one uses a lot of steel. That one uses iron. Oh yeah, get that one repaired and ready. Get that one repaired and ready. We also have coal and sulfur. I'm not too worried about those, on the other hand. And then we need to figure out how you'd even go further. Is it... There's got to be a research. Does the ship bridge do it? Don't know. Literally no idea. Power hasn't been a problem for a while, but then again, why would it be with so many things paused? Food is still complaining. I don't really know what to do about it though. On the other hand, we've got all of these up and running, and it is now raining. That is actually wonderful. If we were going to put them up here, the question would be where? Because this is obviously all temporary. This is just me sort of thinking out loud, if you like. But when we rebuild this, we'll probably rebuild that. I'll probably move this. Move these right down. And then rebuild, like, in this sort of area. So if we were going to put rainwater harvest in here, where would we do it? It's not flat there, is it? That's the thing. I suppose we could squeeze some in there. I wouldn't want to probably do another lot, because I think that's probably going to be in line with that. Or we could just start like filling up this back area up here a bit. That might not hurt. That might not hurt. And where is the flattenator? You can be waiting for trucks. It's because they're all travelling so far away to dump stuff, isn't it? All of our big trucks are just there, look, just like, got nothing to do, mate. But we have reached the ground level almost. Just a little short trip over there now. Just a short trip, he says. But that's awesome. A pretty massive drop in frame rates there as we skimmed across the island. Yeah. Yeah, so some of them are backing up with storage. I'm guessing that's because the pipe's probably full. So maybe we do want to put like a little buffer store here. Just so if it's not outputting enough to worry about all this. Or is it just because the pipe's not big enough? That could also be what it is, you know. Oh yeah, build that as well, I suppose. So like this one is full. Because this pipe isn't full though. Would it be worth just like upgrading these ones? I mean, there is a big 200 pipe coming off it, so we probably should put a bigger pipe on. We should see that emptying fast. I suppose it depends on the usage as well, if they're not using all the water. It looks like it's currently using this as well. Why would it be using this? Why would that be running if there's water there? Because there's not enough throughput on that one, I guess, because there's not enough. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I had a phone call, so I got a bit distracted, and I don't know what I was talking about before the end of the phone call. But yeah, we're going to finish up there. So we've got some water coming in, that's fantastic. We've got a little bit of a buffer there, so if that fills up, we can continue replacing this. That's nice. We'll think about doing that up that end at some point. Farms are good. It's complaining about food, but we've got lots of bread, we've got lots of vegetables. Maybe we'll get, I don't know, maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll do something. Just corn... Oh, sorry, just soy... I think it is, isn't it? They all... Yeah, wheat, corn, soybean all come out the same belt, which is very annoying, isn't it? I think it's about time we probably delete these two farms. They're not really serving any purpose. Or we could also delete, while we're here, let's delete all of those. Because none of that is now in use whatsoever. These are like our emergency farms, but we've already sort of got an emergency farm with another row we could fit in at least there. So I think I'm going to get rid of those. Let's get rid of those. Yeah, if we can get like 9 farms, I think that should see us through for a while. Plus we'll be getting the upgrade to the greenhouses at some point as well. I did, as you saw, just a little bit more planning over here and just organising and sorting, just so it's a bit more palatable. Might start thinking about saving these as blueprints for myself at some point. Obviously, we don't know exactly what we're going to do with this yet. My sort of thinking is this would go like here. The problem with that is the copper uses sand, and the copper's going to have to go the other side anyway, actually. So let's... Wait, what did I just cut? This. Yeah, the copper we want on the other side. So let's just pop that over there. So we know where it is. So the copper uses sand, this uses limestone. So what we'd probably want is like an extra belt here. I mean, most of the sand will probably be automatically delivered anyway. That's actually gone too high. So we don't want to bring that all down. But you see what I'm saying? We probably want like a belt going over the top, so any sand that comes out of there could get directly onto there. Yeah. And what's all this going to cost? 2.3 thousand construction parts. Mark 3. 2.3 thousand. Pshaw. Pshaw, I say. What we could do, I suppose, is do it a little bit piecemeal, but then it's all the things have changed, aren't they? That's steel, isn't it? I suppose the iron one's relatively similar, but then it's the... Yeah, that sort of takes up the same footprint. So all we'd really need to do, but then it's the 3-belt thing again. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a mess. I don't really want to build it anywhere else because all of our mines are down here and we're taking up a lot of this space with concrete. Oh, concrete with the other thing, oil. So I don't know. We'll come back to it. Anyway, let's let it run just a little bit, get rid of some of this stuff. Hope you're continuing to enjoy Captain of Industry. If you are, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all those amazing things. I will see you next time in Captain of Industry, and as always, thank you very much for joining me.